driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run up first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Now it's Wilson. And going for home run, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff. back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's good for the Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
14, run it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing that they're picking up the first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Broncos at a disappointing 0-4 for the first month of the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. Ooh, with a juke. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Broncos nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the option, here's Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morales. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Going to throw right side here, complete. Back to throw now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Back to throw again.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Nothing fancy there, a little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down, Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Again, Wilson will keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Good clean pass all the way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. throwing. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense had understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Morales. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Oh, the option to give to Williams here.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Morales. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now back to throw. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 37 yards. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Touchdown! Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the foot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4th.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Greg Dulcich
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
McManus' point after is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once again, their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure. That's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll look to throw. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. But taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
It certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the 4th quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them. But they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink.